Welcome to an intro on the Tascam DR701D multi-track field recorder. We're going to go through the basics of this and enough to just get you up and running pretty fast. So here's the front panel. It has your main controls for gain, as well as an encoder knob to select options within the menu, and your transport control on the right-hand side there with a big red record button and the respective play, stop, fast forward, and rewind controls. This is the right panel. This is going to be the main panel that you use for all your input and output. You can see combo TRS and XLR, input jacks, as well as an input for headphones and volume control for your headphones. This is the rear panel. You can see two integral microphones to the recorder, as well as a hatch that will open up to reveal a battery compartment and a slot for your SD card, your primary recording media. So you're going to notice that the audio quality is going to change slightly here as I go from using this wonderful voiceover microphone to the built-in microphone on my camera for this demo video. I needed to be in a different space to get the light, and this was the quickest way to do it for you all. We're not making Hollywood movies here. We're making quick, fast videos to churn out. But this is a good example of how you can get decent audio quality by just placing the microphone close enough. So the first thing we're going to do is put in our batteries, and you can see right here the way they go in. Put the positive side that way, and negative side this way. This battery door will close, snap shut, and then we have an SD card, and this is our media. So we're going to use this. Place this in here like this. It should click in. We can now close this little door and bring our recorder back. I'll wait for this to stabilize again. So now once we have that ready, we could power it up, but at DFA we have this alternative power source, which is always good to have. This will last longer. So you plug that into a battery pack. I have a different one here. That just off to the side here. So now we can power this on. We have our power button on the side. We have to push and hold, and you'll see power. It's going to say USB, and we want to select bus power. You use that using this encoder knob here. You can rotate it to make different choices, and then you press it in to actually make that choice. So here's our recorder. The first thing we're going to take care of is our media. We need to format our media. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in the menu. We have 19 pages here. We're going to scroll all the way down to media. And we want to format. Yes. And we press enter by pressing enter here. Stop is up here. Enter. It's going to take a moment to format our media. Cool. We can go back. All right, here's another little voiceover. This is the file page under menu, and what this allows you to do is change the name of the files that are going onto your SD card. So what happens when you name your files like this is that every file you record will be sequentially named. So right now I'm going to change this to DFA, and then all the files that'll be recorded when you import that to your computer later, they'll all be DFA 001, DFA 002. This process might seem a little tedious, but it's important for your editor and your sound editor for post-production so that they can keep track of everything that you're recording. We want that to be set to Word. And then we want to initialize the count. So it's going to take a moment, and it's going to do that. And what this does is make it so that every file that we're going to record on this will start out as DFA 0001, DFA 0002. Doing this will help you create a good sound report. So after this, we're going to still stay in our settings. We want to change our file type. So we want poly. That's correct. Recorder settings. Broadcast wave file. That's correct. You want BWF. 24 bits. Sample. We want our sample rate 48 kilohertz. Choose these settings and you'll be fine. So let me get out of my menu real quick. So at this point, what we have to do is we have to connect our microphone and turn it on. So I'm going to connect this to input 1 here on the side. I have an XLR cable for a microphone off screen. Clicks in like that. But I'm not hearing anything from my microphone because this microphone requires power. So what I have to do is go into the menu and turn on the power. That's page 7 out of 9, microphone power. I'm going to go to channel 1, and I turn that on. Now I can get out of the menu. And right here, I have gain for each of my channels. So this is channel 1 here. If I turn up the gain for that, I will start to get channel 1 in. Channel 1 is right here in my meters. So you can see the meters right here. It's not like a typical recorder. So we have 2 lines. We have a little line with an arrow here, and then another line here. One indicates minus 20 dB, and the other one over here indicates minus 12. So what you want is your whatever you're recording to be averaging right around this first line. It can go a little bit past it, but what you don't want is for it to be so far past it that what you have is so loud that this little peak button is going off. That's not good. That's not what you want. To get more control of the gain, we have settings in the menu. So we can go to menu, and then input. And then we have gain selector. We can do low, mid, high, and high plus. That's how much gain you can add. So right now, my potentiometer is all the way down here, and my signal is still pretty hot. So I think I'm going to switch this one to low and see how this works. So that's me there. When I turn this up here, then we're pretty good. We're on axis, and that knob's up there. That gives me some room to come down on it. That's what I want. I want the ability to be able to come down on it a little bit and to really crank it when I have to, where this would be really sort of cranking it hard. This method isn't perfect. For most of your microphones at DFA, what you're going to want is mid. Mid seems to be a good happy place for the microphones that you have available to you at Digital Film Academy. So we have that going, but we need to hear what we're recording. So to do that, we have headphones here. You can plug in right here. Plug in my headphones, and then you have headphone volume here. So normally somewhere around the middle is good, but you'll have to decide where you want it and what's comfortable for your ears. Don't monitor too loudly, or else you'll regret it. So now we're monitoring. We want to record. The first thing we can do, we wait for our cadence. We press this record button here. Boom. We're recording. Red light goes on. Awesome. Record, record, record. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There you go. When we want to stop recording, we press stop. So this button right here. Stop with the square. And if we want to hear playback, we can press play. All right, that's the end of this video. I hope you found this informative. In class, it's a little difficult to explain the intricacies of working this recorder, because the screen and the controls on it are so small. It's not easy for everybody to see what I'm doing with it at the same time. So I made this video so that you all can have a chance to look at it and learn this basic operation in your own time. Within the next couple of weeks, I expect you to be able to do these functions and get the recorder up and running. That's that. I'll see you later.